Hello and welcome once again to Bad Advice with Wolfie and Cory. Yes, Wolfie and Cory.
Wait. You're stealing me once again. You're stealing. Because there's another podcast that begins with, hello and welcome once again to Crazy Comics and Stories. It's me, your charming and delightful old Uncle Rat Bastard.
Well, yeah, but it could be worse.
And how's that?
He could be... All right, well... Hello and welcome once again to Bad Advice with Wolfie and Cory. I am your charming and delightful Wolfie B. Bad, and across the tubes and wires that is the intranets, we have Cory Strode. Cory, how you doing today, Cory?
Wolfie, you better go answer that. It's my lawyers.
It's your lawyers?
Yes.
Excellent.
Gimmick infringement.
Infringement?
Yes, gimmick infringement.
Gimmick infringement. How is it gimmick infringement if it's done by the same people?
You're taking my gimmick.
Yeah, but it's all part of the SolitaireGrowsNetwork.com.
It doesn't. You're taking my. It's not like I act like a sex-crazed maniac.
Yes, you do. I've talked to some of your ex-girlfriends.
I don't act like a sex-crazed maniac in public.
Well, yeah, at least I'm honest about myself. Yeah,
right. And if I were to do that, I'd be stealing your gimmick.
That's true. But if I'm doing it better, I don't care.
That's why the lawyers are there.
That's what they... Ooh, because they're going to give me sex crazed?
No, they're going to give you a cease and desist.
Cease and desist?
Which does not mean that you get tied up and told to stop. That's what you do at night when no one's around.
Well, not when no one's around.
Dan, told me no one's ever around.
Well, I'm not, so how would I know for sure?
Okay.
Yeah, jeez.
We have no idea what goes on in the suitcase Wolfie is shoved into at night.
But it's a wonder that everyone really wants to know.
I wouldn't say everyone.
Well, that's true. But that's why I have that poll.
So, anyway, I'll go get the paperwork while, and stop, I guess, saying once again. I'm not entirely sure how that can be copyrighted, but, you know.
My network, my rules.
Your network, your rules.
Yes.
I'll have to look at those.
You know, we can easily replace you with Joe. Joe's always in the wings. Joe, would you want to do the show?
I don't know if I really want to. Maybe if I did some a little bit with Google and taking it back, yeah, I could do it.
Okay, we'll stick with Dan.
All right.
But just so you know, Chris Hardwick is looking for another job. So.
Who?
Chris Hardwick, the host of The Wall on NBC and Talking Dead and Talking Preacher and Talking Saul and Talking with Chris Hardwick and The Nerdist, and his show At Midnight was just canceled. So, you know, eventually he's going to host every TV show and podcast.
Well, there we go. We could get him in to do this. I could take, that way, your lawyers are telling me to cease and desist, so I guess I really have to stop, so we have to figure out something.
They're just telling you to stop using the trademark phrase, hello and welcome once again. Here, why don't I give you a phrase?
Okay.
Howdy, everybody.
Good God, no.
How y'all doing? For the love of God, why are you listening to this?
Okay, you know what? You know what I could do? I could do this to you. I could go and talk to Reginald and have him do this.
As long as I don't have to host, I don't care.
Yeah, but
I'm already doing 1,500 podcasts.
If we have him hosting, we'll be off the air within 3 episodes.
Well, there's that. Then I'll have more time to read the omnibuses that are piling up in my house. 2 more came this week, by the way.
Oh, good God, we have to have that intervention. I have to talk to Joe about doing that on Crazy and have an intervention day for you. We won't tell you when it's happening. It's just everybody will, show up on his side of the conversation.
It doesn't matter because I won't be home.
Anyway, so we answer questions.
By the way, what's the premise of the show, Dan?
That's what I'm doing. We answer your questions, or just go off on tangents, apparently.
It's fun. Now questions. I know why Joe does that all the time. That's fun.
When it's on the other end, it's really fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. Wait, I did the introduction. Let me do this.
Oh, okay.
So, on the other end is Cory Strode, and we answer the questions that you, the listeners, send to us. It may be good advice or bad advice. It's normally bad advice because we don't know what we're talking about.
And
Cory
it's the name of the show.
And it's the name of the show.
And you know Cory, what we forgot to do in our last episode?
What'd we do? What
we forgot to let people know that I have a bachelor's degree.
I was just getting to that.
In psychology.
Yeah, I know. Which actually, I think will work into one of our first questions.
Oh, Lord.
Dan, do you want to go ahead and do the first question?
Wait, what are Wolfie's credentials?
I'm a bachelor. And I am awesome. I am awesomeness. Am solidified. It's not the word, but it's the only one I could think of at the time.
Personified?
Yeah, that too.
So, you have no credentials?
No, I just told you what they were.
Cory?
Yes?
Are those credentials?
No.
No?
Yes, they are.
I'm going to ask the first question. And it's actually more towards you, Cory.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it actually says to both. But actually, Cory, if you were a phrenologist, what would be the most surprising bump for you to find?
If someone was hiding a cone head.
A cone head?
Yes.
You mean because they were from France?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, the movie tanked, so I don't think anybody would be doing cone heads anymore. But if someone were to be doing cone heads, first off, it's a bit that's almost 40 years old. And then, the movie came out like over 20 years ago, and it tanked. So if I were to find someone doing a cone head or a cone head bit, that would be very surprising because it would show that they, I don't know, they haven't been paying attention to pop culture for the last 30, 40 years and probably still think that Journey's a really cool band and are playing with their pet rocks.
I like to play with your pet rocks.
If I ignore it long enough, it'll go away.
Or what long enough?
Wolfie's comment.
If you want to wear Wolfie's comment?
No, if I ignore it long enough, it will go away.
I thought you said wear it.
No.
What?
Because
I've learned if you ignore something long enough, it'll go away. Like the bills you get, your teeth, things like that.
Oh, no, I'm more persistent than any of those. I will just keep coming. Yes, you heard me, folks.
What about you? What about you and the bumps that you would find?
Well, first of all, I want to be a little upset here because why was that singled out to Cory? I'm the one that loves to go in for bumps all the time.
So, I like bumps.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's really think about this. I
do believe they are called lovely lady lumps.
I have gotten more action than you in the last 2 years. Let's really be honest here.
There are corpses who have gotten more action than me in the last 2 years.
Yes, but that has to do with me, too. Anyway, my most surprising bump would be when I find it on the backside. Because, really, either sex, it's not supposed to be there.
This is true?
Yeah, so it's a bit surprising when you find it on the back.
Isn't a phrenologist just on the head?
Yes.
Yeah. So why would you be feeling their back?
Well, that's where I found their head.
Oh. Moving on. Okay. We're going to get into some science here.
Ooh, science.
I can't see.
You can't what?
I can't see.
You can't see?
Yeah, you blinded me.
Science. Oh, God. Why did I agree to do this?
Because I'm here and you kind of have to be here if I'm here.
I hate that logic. Okay. The questioner says, I do believe that the world is a sphere, for the most part. Not
a sphere?
Sphere, a globe.
Wolfie, you believe the world is a sphere, right?
A spear?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes. It is my spear and magic helmet.
Wow,
that was
back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm a little confused for the most part because I'm not sure how you can believe it's a sphere most of the time. But anyway, but if it was flat, like so many people seem to believe, why are there no pictures at the edge? And why has no jerky cat pushed everything off the edge?
Let's face it. This whole trend of people saying that the world is flat shows me one thing.
Okay.
We're dropping too many children on their heads at a young age.
Ooh.
Because, we can't blame the education system. The education system is teaching that the world is round. We can't blame the media because most legitimate media does not go on and on about how the world is flat. I mean, not even Alex Jones talks about how the world is flat. It's a bunch of, glue-sniffing, mayonnaise-eating, Walmart-shopping losers who either A, just don't trust anything, or B, think it's cool to be stupid.
Actually, I do have kind of a question. I don't know if you actually know the answer to this, but I don't recall any religion even teaching that it's flat. Where are these people getting the idea?
The Internet.
Oh.
Which is why we must shut down the Internet.
No, we can't do that. My porn would go away.
You haven't backed it up yet? That's why you have extra hard drives, Wolfie.
I've been told
I've
not
got
to download
1, 2,
it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hard drives here.
7?
Not all comic books.
Oh.
Memory's cheap, dude.
I'm so proud of you. I have a little more respect for you now. Because, you have porn and not just comic books.
Hey, those episodes of Girls Do Porn, they might vanish from the Internet.
Yeah, I'm just so proud.
Perhaps I have said too much.
Are you tearing up, Wolfie?
No, it's something's in my eye.
Wolfie's got allergies.
Yes, apparently. Do you want to answer the question?
No, go on to the next one.
So, if according to Game of Thrones, winter is coming, why is the flat Earth warming up?
Somebody started a fire under it?
Wouldn't that be the sun?
I haven't studied this whole flat Earth thing. I don't know how they explain the sun. I don't know how they explain eclipses. I don't know how they explain the stars moving. I don't know how they're able to feed themselves. I don't know how they tie their own shoes. And I sure as hell don't know how anyone employs them.
Well, actually, if you think about it, if the sun still goes around the Earth, it for half of the night it's underneath it, so it would be cooking. If especially if we go into all the old stuff where the sun is pulled underneath by some of the old gods
or turtles.
Or turtles.
In Dutch, that's schlimpad.
Schlimpad?
Hey, I have to use that. I have to use what I'm learning somewhere.
Wait, turtles is schlimpad?
Schlimpad.
Schlimpad. Wait, how do you say hello?
Hi.
In Dutch, it's hi?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or hello.
Hello? They stole that from us.
Or we stole it from them. There's no way to know.
No, not really. Okay,
It's not like you can dust for fingerprints on language.
That's true. Except for ancient Egypt. Okay, give me some more Dutch words.
We've got questions to answer.
Fine. I just love the fact that the name for the word for turtle sounds so sexy.
Okay, woman is vrouw.
Vrouw?
Yes.
With a V?
Yep, V-R-O-U-W.
Vrouw. A Slitten vrouw.
And a girl is a meisje.
Yes, they are.
A
they are
boy
so
is
amazing.
a jungen, which makes me think of the younglings.
Wait.
And a man is a man.
We're still on the girls. I think they are amazing.
I don't.
Dan, have you switched to vodka yet?
Yes. Actually, I think I went straight to tequila, in all honesty. So, we. At the same time, you didn't actually answer the question either.
Yes, I did.
Why is the flat Earth warming up?
Because the people who believe in the flat Earth are brain dead.
Ooh. Yeah, actually, that works, and it works into the science.
It does?
Science!
Yeah. Science! Because, really, if they have nothing in their head, they're probably very gassy, and the flatulence is causing global warming.
Moving on. So, we're going to just leave flat Earth behind, I think. This one we have an opinion that is necessary. They are worried. They are considering buying a Peruvian fighting weasel.
Ooh. What type of thing do they fight?
Probably other weasels. Not that type of weasel. Oh.
Didn't we have that last year? It was called an election. Weasels fighting weasels?
Yes. Yes, we did. And we saw how well that turned out.
So, which is a better name for said Peruvian fighting weasel? I'm just going to ignore that. Which is the better? No, we have choices.
It's Anthony Scaramucci. That's right. Here at the Solitaire Rose Radio Network, we have ads, and our first sponsor is me. That's right, your charming and delightful old Uncle Rat Bastard. I have my first book out with Dangerous Dan Mohr. It's the first 100 strips of our online web strip, Worldwide News, the story of the lowest rated cable news network. And you can get yourself a copy with commentary, with all sorts of extras, with signatures and everything. Just email Dan over at lordshadowflame@gmail.com. Our top sponsor, who's been with us since day one, is DreamHost. DreamHost.com. You need yourself a website, and DreamHost.com is the #1 web host in the whole known universe. Just head over to DreamHost.com, put in the code CRAYZ, KRAYZ, get $20 off your first year. How can you beat that? Our other sponsor is Graze, GRAZE.com. Healthy snacks for a healthy lifestyle. Just head over to Graze, put in the code CORYS 3R5P. Your first and fifth box are free. You can get them weekly. You can get them bi-weekly. You can get them monthly. You just order a whole bunch of them. It's great stuff to keep you away from the vending machine at work. Now, if you would like to leave a comment for any of the podcasts that we do, we'd love those. Go ahead and email us at solitairerosenetwork@gmail.com, or you can call 952-856-0519. Operators are standing by. Okay, it's just a place that we'll record your calls, but we'll play them on the air. We'll answer your questions. We love getting feedback. Tell us what you think. Ask a question. Suggest a topic. Be a guest. Send us your stuff. SolitaireRoseNetwork@gmail.com. If you would like to advertise on any of the Solitaire Rose radio shows, you can. Just email us at SolitaireRoseNetwork@gmail.com. Subject advertising. Thanks.
Okay, I know our sponsors are all important, but maybe they should wait until they're introduced until they just jump in like that.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes that happens, though.
I mean, that was like premature,
Is sponsorization?
Yeah. Premature commercialization.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, well, they are important, though. Do you have anything else you have to pitch while you're here?
We do have to plug that a couple of our friends have a podcast on the Solitaire Rose Radio Network that we're not a part of.
Right. Which is why it's not being recorded right now.
Yeah, and that's why you're not allowed on, Wolfie.
Have we asked?
No, it's part of their contract.
Damn it.
You made a good impression on episode 300 of Crazy Comics and Stories to Dave and Stephanie Kofel, who travel across the United States. Dave is a musician.
Boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba
And every night when they are done with their gigs, they camp. And while they are camping, they play Scrabble and record a conversation about their day and their travels and the things they have experienced. And here's them talking about it right here. Oh, and Dan and I have a book out, and not enough of you bastards are buying it. So, Dan, how can they buy our book?
Well, they can go to wolfiebebad.com and email from there, or just email straight to wolfiebebad@gmail.com and say that you would like a copy of Worldwide News Volume 1, and we will invoice you, and then we will send the book to you, and you will be able to read all the funny stuff in there.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. We also do, just so everyone knows, we will take pretty much any form of payment. However, of course, if you are going to try to do cash or check, you kind of have to be in the area, so we'd have to meet you. Check, we would have to get that before we send it, or we use PayPal. So it all works out really well. I don't remember where we were on that last thing when the sponsors interrupted, so we're just going to continue on to the next question. How's that sound?
Oh, that works.
Yeah, we're getting towards time anyway, so here we go. I was told by a coworker that it is the weight of my sins that keeps me stuck to the surface of the earth, and eventually my sins will pull me down to the center of the earth, which is, of course, where hell is, and I will suffer the wages of my sins. So the question is, what is the average sin load that will keep me stuck to the flat earth, but not suck me into the center of hell? They say if you need to use metric, that's fine, but they are more familiar standard.
Well, first off, the 10 Commandments, try to stay away from those. Because they're really heavy.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
I mean, they're so heavy they put them in stone.
So that kind of made them heavier.
Yeah, so like on a scale of 1 to 100, they're like in the 90s.
Okay.
which, you know, I'd rather be in the 90s. The music was better. The girls were cuter. I had more hair.
Wait. But one of the sins is do not commit adultery.
Right.
Yeah, I can't avoid that.
Then you're going to be very heavy. You're going
I don't
to be
feel
like
very heavy.
You're going to be like, you know, the guy who does commentary on people playing World of Warcraft heavy.
Oh, that's just mean.
Now, for lighter sins, you go to Leviticus, I think it is, where those are the ones where, you know, don't eat shellfish, don't eat pork, you don't make fun of men with beards. Those are lighter sins. Those are around the 50s. And then
Wait. I think I missed something in my studies. Is there one that says you can't make fun of men with beards?
Yes, to the point where some children were making fun of one of the men with the beards. Go up thou, you know, beard face, go up thou, beard face. And the Lord sent bears from the woods to devour the children. I am not making that up.
Well, that explains why you and I, you know, tend to have beards.
Old Testament God was really cranky.
Apparently.
And
anyway, go.
It taught me, as a child, a very important lesson.
Which is?
Avoid bears. Don't go to where bears are. Matter of fact, you know, you've seen you've gone camping before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever get the brochure about what to do when you're in the woods? Because I was dating a woman who wanted to go camping, and she brought me this brochure of, you know, what to do in the Boundary Waters. And you know, there's kayaking, and there's hiking, and there's all these different things. And then it's things to, you know, be aware of. It's, you know, bring mosquito repellent, bring sunscreen, and it told you what to do in case there are bears. And you know, this is very well known. Dan, what do you do if you see a bear? If a bear is wanting to attack you?
Well, usually I try to get somebody who's actually into that in front of me.
No. Seriously, what are you told if there's an angry bear you are supposed to do?
Act dead.
This is bear propaganda, in my opinion. The bears have spread this because they just want an easy meal. So, no. Any sin that involves a bear coming to eat you, I'm going to avoid that sin. And then you get to the lesser sins, like listening to Nickelback, or going to yoga class when you really don't want to do yoga, you just want a visual treat, or stealing office supplies when you're let go from your job. Those are lesser sins. You could do those and still be on the flat earth and not be dragged down to hell. So remember to keep to the lesser sins of, like, you know, I don't know, pirating sitcoms that you missed. Oh, I missed the latest episode of Big Bang Theory, and my life is so empty, I need to watch this unfunny show. Pirating that show is a lesser sin. Going to the studio and kidnapping the actors and have them acting out in front of you, that's a bigger sin, and that will drag you down to hell. So it's all, you know, there are some religions that say that, you know, a sin is a sin is a sin, but really, you know, there are some that are okay.
I just want to let you know, Cory, with what you just said about the bears, that if I am coming at you, if you play dead, I will completely ignore you.
Thank God.
Yes. So keep that in mind. Just lay there and nothing will happen.
My lawyers have told me I can't do that.
Why not?
They say you're not to be trusted.
Okay.
So anyway, you're saying lesser sin. If you stick with the lesser sins of Nickelback and stealing office supplies, you shouldn't be sucked down to hell as fast.
You won't be sucked down to hell at all because the flat Earth will kind of keep you.
Oh,
those sins aren't a big deal.
Okay. All right. There you go. Wolfie, how about you?
Well, I have a worry here. It says that she will suffer the wages of sin. When the hell do you start getting paid for your sins? I should be really fucking rich, okay? I mean, my God, just the adultery alone. I should have, like, I should be like Scrooge McDuck and being able to dive into my riches for if I was being paid for my sins. And really, this also goes into the, if you can sin more than me and not be sucked, because I haven't been sucked down to the center of hell, you can sin quite a bit before that happens. So, and I am living proof, I'll tell you that. So, I don't know, I want my money, I'm fine, I'm still above the earth. Granted, I'm being held up most of the time. But really, sin your heart out. In fact, sin your heart out with me, and that'll make it even safer. So, really don't worry about it, just have fun, but make sure it's with me for that safety net.
Wolfie uses a net?
Well, at times, it's for the bounce.
And the rope burn, right?
Oh, yeah.
Why did I say that?
I don't like the Ropers. It wasn't a very funny show.
No, not really.
They were better when they were on Three's Company.
Oh, my God, I actually didn't know they did an actual spin-off from that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the things you learn. Oh, God. So, hopefully we have helped somebody. I doubt it, but you never know. It's nice. If you would like to try and have Wolfie and Cory actually help you with some issues or questions that are just burning in the back of your mind, please send them to solitairerose@gmail.com. Right?
Yes. Wow, you got it right.
I'm getting it. Yeah. You can send your questions there, or you can send your questions to Wolfie if you want at wolfiebad@gmail.com. You can also go to badadvice.solitairerose.com, and there is a button or a link to a form you can fill out if you want to stay anonymous, or you can put your name in there, but you do not have to. We would love to have your questions, and Wolfie and Cory will give you advice that you should never, ever follow. Any last words, Cory, for this week?
I want to thank everybody for listening. We've got a ton of podcasts going on. We've got Novelcast over at novels.solitairerose.com. We have this one at badadvice.solitairerose.com. And the mother sheep.
Ooh, I want a mother sheep.
The mothership of crazy comics and stories at crazycomics.solitairerose.com, where we've got the regular crazy comics and stories, where we've got Solitaire Rose Radio. We have Solo Joe every once in a while. We're doing series and review. There's just so much stuff going on. How do I have time to do anything, Dan?
I have no idea. I've actually been...
I got 2 omnibuses this week. I got the Sinister, the Squadron Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
And the brand spanking new, Avengers by Jonathan Hickman, Volume 1.
Ooh.
But I'm not reading either of those because I'm spending my time entertaining you, the listener. So you can thank us by giving us good reviews on the iTunes and telling everyone you've ever met in your whole entire life to listen to the shows.
Yeah.
Even the redheaded girl you had a crush on in 3rd grade. Call her up.
Everyone.
Tell her to listen to this show. And then she'll know, who the hell are you?
Yes. Yes.
Because you never talked to her, did you? You just had a crush on her. You didn't go over and talk. That's your problem. You know what your problem is? You got a problem. That's your problem.
That's actually coming a little close to home, just so you know. Because fairly recently I ran into the girl that I had a crush on in 3rd grade. She works at the same place I do. And I'm like, oh, it's you. And she looked at me and went, who are you? I'm like, God damn it.
So did you make a mistake never going up and talking to her? And if you did make a mistake, should you say that in public so that your wife doesn't smack you upside the head with a 2x4?
No, I think I went the right way.
Okay.
So I'm happy with where I'm at.
Okay, she's not listening. Did you make a mistake not asking her out?
No, actually, I am actually happy with that.
What's her phone number?
What's her phone? I'd have to find out. I'll see what I can do for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. She does have an Italian heritage. I know that much.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I'll see what I can do for you. Anyway, how about you, Wolfie? Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I want girls' numbers too. I'll take guys' numbers too. And, but I'll take I'll take that dress forms number, as well, and that Jello over there. And that guitar in the corner, and that thing over there, and the Wii, and...
Okay. Anyway, you all have a pleasant evening, and tune in once again in a couple of weeks when we once again answer your questions. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Joe, do you have any questions?
What the fuck am I doing here?
Whoa! Holy crap, it's really him! Joe! You made it!
I was just... How did you redirect from the porn I was downloading? I'm fairly impressed.
Was it the stuff from Cory's 7 hard drives?
It was more like puppet on two puppets and a hand.
Oh, yeah, I was part of that.
Google that. It was ugly.
Yeah. Hey.
Yes, well. Well, Joe, thank you for stopping by. That was wonderful.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right, we'll talk to you all later. Have a good night.